Okay, welcome again to our practical video classes. My name is Festive and I'm your facilitator. So I'll be taking you through how to understand the Coreldraw 2021 environment. So what we'll do firstly now is to open the environment, and on this video practically we'll be explaining all the relevant sections and all the tools basically you would need to actually get your designs done. So when you open your Coreldraw, it might open up like this if you have already existing documents, or maybe it might open up, in case you are online, it might open up some other interfaces for you. But all you just need to do is to create a new document. Okay, on a normal, when you click on create new document, it might open up a dialog box for you of where you are going to see what you need to select, maybe untitled. Yes, that's the original document name. You select the size, you select the color code, you select the orientation that you want, and you just click OK. But I've already done that and I've made it permanent on my settings, so it doesn't really have to pop up continuously once I want to open a new document. So this is your Coreldraw environment, and I'm going to be explaining all of the sections right now. Okay, right from the top we would begin, and on the top we have Coreldraw 2021 64-bit Untitled 1. This Untitled 1 is a default name that Coreldraw gives to every new document you open. So this top here is the title bar. So if you want to change this, what you just need to do is maybe resave and put any name you wish to. Let's say Coreldraw, or let's say graphics new. You would see it will change that for you. So it gives you the path on which it has saved to, which is my path I normally save my documents to. Then on the bottom of it we have the menu bar. These are various menus on the various stuffs you need to work on your document. So we have file, edit, view, layout, and all of those stuff. So the next line now, it's the standard menu bar. It's like a subsection of the menu bar. On a normal note, you are supposed to click on file, click on new to create a new document, but just here on the menu bar you can just click this and it gives you a new document automatically. So the next line we have is the property bar. This property bar is activated to meet the properties of every tool you select. So we have the pick tool here, and it gives us a property bar. If we click on shape tool, it will bring a different property bar. That's if we have a shape actually. Then if we click on maybe this, it will give you a different property bar. Click on zoom, a different property bar. Click on crop, a different property bar. So every one you click on gives you the property bar of that tool, every tool you click on. So even if you click on the text, it gives you the property bar of it. So every tool you click on this part gives you a property bar here. Now coming down here we have what the toolbox. Okay, so on this toolbox contains all the tools you'll be needing to work on your document, or rather to work on your design. So that should be the basic of our to work on your design. So that should be our emphasis now, working on our design. So basically every tool here is what you need to work on a design on Coreldraw. So we have the pick tool, we have the shape tool, we have the crop tool, zoom tool, the freehand tool, we have artistic media tool, the shape tool, that's your rectangle tool, you have your ellipse tool, your polygon tool, your text tool, we have the parallel dimension tool, we have the connector tool, we have the shadow tool, we have the transparency tool, we have the color eyedropper tool, and we have the interactive fill tool. Okay, all these tools are relevant, and within these tools we have some other subset tools that are within them. So on this little arrow you see here, it's called a fly out arrow. So when you click on it, you see other additional tools. Anyone you see this little arrow at the bottom of it, it means that they have other tools attached to it. You see this freehand tool, we have now 2-point line, we have the pen tool, and all of those stuff. So on Eclipse we have this, on Polygon we have this. So any of the tools you click on that has this little arrow, just click on the arrow and other tools will pop up for you. Then at the right side of our document, we have the color palette. So here we have all the relevant colors you need, but beyond these colors we have some other colors that you can go into, of which we would actually look at them later. Okay, so at what other, okay, now at this top here we have the various documents that you would have on a current window that you open. So we have the first one that we have saved here. We have untitled one, which is a new document we created earlier. This is another new document. So as many documents you open, they can all be opened here on this environment, on this window particularly. Then at the bottom, in case you have colors you have selected for your document, every color you select comes to the bottom here. Okay, so at this bottom now, we call this the document color. It helps for you to maintain repetition in case you have to repeat a color over and over again. Immediately you use the color on the document, it comes to this bottom. So okay, so on every color you pick on, or rather on every color you add to any object, that color is automatically added to this document color. Okay, so on the right side of the panel we have fill color here and we have outline color here. You see this object selected now has a fill color. That's the color inside the object. That's what we refer to as a fill color. Then the color on the outline, which is this black color, is what we refer to as the outline color. Now the fill color is represented by this and the outline color is represented by this. The outline, for you to actually see its visibility, you can actually increase the that's why I told you that this is a property bar. So selecting on this object, now you have the properties of this object, of which on this property you can decide to rotate. If we say we put on 45 here, you see that it will be rotated. Okay, but that's not our emphasis right now. Our emphasis is to increase the outline, which is this. Okay, now we have a very bold outline. Okay, so that is basically about these colors that you see at the bottom part of your window. So basically I believe we have been able to explain all the environment, or rather all the sections on this environment. So quickly I want to explain the basic tools that we have on this Coreldraw environment. So I'll get rid of this. So let's go back to what we have on this first document we've created. Let's work with this graphic new. So basically the first tool we have here is the pick tool. The next we have is the shape tool. I've made mention of them all before, so I'll just quickly be hitting them one by one. The pick tool is used to select. For instance, you have multiple shapes. Let me not use just squares. Let me use some other shapes as well, so enjoy the flow. So I'll pick black here, I'll pick blue here, I'll pick yellow here, I'll pick red here, I'll pick which other color. Okay, let me pick this shade of red. Okay, so this is what we have now. On the pick tool, if it's activated, you can use it to pick, select any object, move any object, and also when you double click on it, when you click once and click twice, it gives you an option to rotate with this node here. And also let's say we click on this, click on it again, on this other edge of it, let me zoom in, on this edge like this, you can skew the shape to whatever you want. You can come down like this, go up like this. Okay, so just like that, I said like this, you can rotate, then on this you can skew, and then on this you can go this way or go this way or whatever. So those shapes you see on designs that are somehow, this is just what you need to do. Then basically your shape tool, on your shape tool you can use to shape this. Shape tool is used to edit. Okay, so the shape tool is basically used to edit. All right, so you can do all of this on an object. Let me undo all of. Okay, so you can, that's automatically. But if you want to make effects more, what you just need to do, come to object, click to convert to curves, Then you have notes, which are referred to as adjustable notes. So these notes now you can adjust. You can turn this entire shape to something else. Okay, so it is left for you. So the shape tool is just for you to adjust your object on your document. Okay, so like this, we can do this. You see, it breaks it apart and all of those stuff. Then your crop tool is just for you to crop. You can crop out this part of the image. It crops that for you. Then your zoom tool is for you to zoom in and zoom out. Okay, then your freehand tool is for you to draw a freehand line or what have you. Then if you open up, you see two line connector, that's to draw a straight line. Then coming down as well, I'm just highlighting the basic tools you'll be needing. I'm not touching every of them. Then pen tool is basically used to draw any kind of shape you want. Any kind of shape you want, you can do that with pen tool. I can draw an F shape like this. It may not be too smooth because I'm in a hurry just to make sure this video isn't too lengthy. Okay, this is an F shape like this. Okay, so any shape you can draw that with a pen tool. Then we have artistic media. On this artistic media, when activated, you see a lot of options here of which you can use. So it just gives you some artistic feel of what have you there. Okay, then we have the shape tool, which is the rectangle tool, the basic tool there. Then we have the ellipse tool to draw your circles. Then we have polygon tool, which you can use to draw polygons. I'll delete everything from here now, so we have a plain surface. So polygon, yeah, when you draw the polygon, it rotates, so you can remove this rotation automatically. Just add 0 here and it comes back to normal. Then this polygon, you can increase the size of the polygon and also make it look more in terms of the stuffs. Then you can use your shape tool to adjust how you want it to be, thicker or lighter or whatever. So that's for polygon. Then we have other shapes there. We have the star shape in case you have a star to draw. We have spiral shape in case you have a spiral to draw. Then we have basic common shapes. When you select that, you can come up here and change to any kind of shape you want. Any kind of shape you want is highlighted here. You have your triangle, of which you can mirror like this to rotate it to normal. Then we have the text tool. On this, you can type any kind of text you want. Okay, so any text you want. And on text tool, we have two basic kinds of text. We have the straight up text like this, and also we have a paragraph text. So when you type like this, you can convert to paragraph text so that you have notes that would manage the size of the text. For instance, this is so this will just be framing it down for you. Okay, let's say we'll break this down. So if this was a sentence, this will actually frame it down for you. But on this, you will just be typing and it will just be going straight up. Okay, except you have to break it down yourself. Okay, but on this particular one, anything you type, it will frame down on its own without you. It has a justifiable frame for you to work with. So just like the shapes, you can add colors to this. You can add outline color to it. So when you want to add an outline color or a fill color, what you need to do is select the shape, left click once to select a fill color. Then you right click and select set outline color to select the outline color. So like I said, you can increase the width of this outline color. What you need to do, you can use F12 on your keyboard to increase this. This can be done on any object. So on text particularly, you need to scale with object and behind fill so that it would not be too bold on it. Okay, this is what you now have. So we have an outline color in case you need to add an outline color there. Then these two tools aren't too really important for you. Then what we need now is your shape tool, your drop shadow tool. So I'll add a blue here and draw another. Mind you, every shape you draw, every shape you add, every object you add lastly becomes the priority. For instance, if we type in here and we draw a shape over this, the shape will become the priority. It will hide the text. Okay, so what you basically need is to bring this upward, and you can do that on object order, bring to up of page, then it comes upward here. So this is for the drop shadow that I wanted to show you. Now drop shadow, it drops a shadow for you. You see the shadow fill here now. Okay, let's take for instance this was red as well. You see the shadow fill at the bottom. I want to remove the outline. What you need is right click on this, the outline will go off. Okay, then we have what, transparency 2. You can add transparency 2 to this shape. Okay, so when you add transparency 2 to that shape, it becomes transparent. Then we have the color eyedropper. For instance, I want the yellow on this shape to be added to the other shape. So what I do, I'll pick the yellow here and add to this. So that's for that. Then the interactive fill tool, this is for you to add interaction. You can now select this white part and add any other color. This is actually to create a gradient fill. So let me get rid of this drop shadow. Now that is it. Basically, these are explaining all the tools that you would need for your design. So on the next video, we'll be talking about how to save, how to export, how to add image, how to import image and export the final work of what you have done. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I know that you actually have gained a lot of